Hey, favorite YouTuber of all time, Apex Sapien. We're gonna go deep on something I give a fuck about. Nigga, Salute is finished. It's over, it's done. Attack on Titan has completed its epic journey of fucking down there a decade worth of fucking material that what's his name? Hishima Yamanoodle built and created. And bro, he put together a masterpiece. He simply put together a masterpiece. And like you gotta really look at the evolution of it, because I already knew what the ending was. Shit, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago when I read the manga. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what the animation looks like, and it fulfilled. It fulfilled, and it came through on the emotional aspect, on the art, and just seriously, from a cultural standpoint, this was a revolutionary show. Like this is. I don't think people can truly respect the masterpiece that man put together, because you have to watch it like at least 5 or 6 times to fully grasp like just how well the storytelling, the foreshadowing, the themes, the deep moods, and it's just beyond like reasoning if you just watch it on a one time go. Because if you're watching on one time go, you're gonna fall for like the fanfare shit, which is like, oh cool, there's guys that are basically like Spider-Man flying through a city with swords slashing these giant titans. But it's like, even if you go back and you really watch it and you kind of get rid of the fanfare, you really look at the plot and the storyline, the characters, and what they all represent, bro, it's next level fucking storytelling. And see, most people can't appreciate storytelling because most people are retarded. Most people need the fanfare, they need the fucking violence, they need all the dumb shit that comes with life. But for us sophisticated savages here at Apex Sapien Channel, we like the deeper, and we like to think deeper. We like to research further. We like to actually see and understand what we're watching, so we have a better understanding like of the art and the themes and things that are being put in front of us. And see, one of the things I want to talk about with this show is like the story of friendship, like leadership, love, sacrifice, and how everybody's really just traumatized. Like, bro, like that's one of the things you start to realize is like in most TV shows or most anime, the trauma of previous things don't usually carry over. Attack on Titan was very realistic. Like it started off very like sweet, like oh cool, this kids and all these other stuff, and then that shit got dark very quickly, and it continued to get darker and darker. I'm just like, god damn. And the more you find out, the more you realize, holy shit, like dude, this is next level, like just sadness. Like they're sending kids over across the sea, and one of the things, there's a lot of parallels to the show. They're very similar to like our modern day times where we have militarized zones and people being propagandized to believe that like the other side is evil and this side is evil, and everybody's being turned against each other, and it just causing like unneeded violence. And we introduce kids to it. We our adults who are also ignorant of much of these things, they get passed down the traumas from their grandparents, and then those adults pass down the trauma to their kids. And it's just a continuous cycle of like trauma that just never ends. And that's one of the themes that you start to realize. Like one of the scenes that really stood out to me that made me fucking go, ooh, it's creepy. Where like Reiner Braun, he's back home with his parents, and they're asking him about what it was like to be over there with those devils, because they were always calling the aliens devils. And Reiner's like, when he's describing them, he's talking about them as if they were just completely normal, which they were. Like he's describing one kid was super stubborn, one kid was a jackass, one kid was just very weird, one girl ate a potato, and then as he's telling the story, the mom's looking at him with just like fear in her eyes, because she's like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you saying? Like, you sound like you actually like these people." And it's like you start to realize that's a lot of guys that have been traumatized, like in our own military, where they got sent over to overseas. They decided to go serve because they thought they were doing something good for their country, and they go overseas and they're killing people that don't look like them, that don't really speak like them, because they've been propagandized and told these are the bad guys, blah blah blah. And they come to find out, dude, they're just regular people, just like you and me. They're just living, trying to survive, and we're actually the people, the bad guys on this side of the coin. And see, that was like what the larger message of Attack on Titan was like, if you flip the angle or change your observation from each side, people, they all look bad. And you start to realize there was no good guy, there was no bad guy. It was just people. It was just humanity. And that's a deep ass message, man. I don't think most people were able to catch up on that. and like the blurred line between like fiction and what really happened and how people take mythology, like it's so deep because it really forces you to look. And I appreciate what I can't even say the motherfucker's name, the guy who wrote it, Haishima or whatever the fuck. Like I appreciate the time and energy that he put into telling the stories from both angles, not just carrying on the story. Not because he could have easily just made this like a super Dragon Ball Z ish, super mech, like regular as action anime. But he really took his time to really develop like a true story. Where even if you took away the Titans, like don't get me wrong, the Titans are cool to see things transform and shit. But even if you took that away, you still got a masterful story of just like love, of hardship, sacrifice, motherfuckers dying, like there's so many characters. I need to go actually do a breakdown of each character, like my favorite character and what they symbolize and what they embody. Cause that's why I got this jacket, nigga. I'm Survey Corps. Because dude, it's just like you learn so much through these certain arts, and when somebody actually puts their time and effort and energy into such a show to really like give, like it's like almost like his gift to humanity. It really it changes people. That was a cultural shift in anime, at least in the new time, because most of the time, like we get a lot of shitty shows, like it's very fan friendly or like LGBT blah blah blah, but this was like some real shit, and like the ending, even the ending, very somber, because like when Aaron and Armin are walking through like the time and space, and he's breaking it down to him, like he always knew this was gonna happen. They always knew this was gonna be the end, and he's like I will never be forgiven. He's like, I've been, it's so hard because he's living two different personalities. Like I'm living in this one land where I'm staying with Mikasa, and I'm living through this crazy hell where you guys gotta fucking kill me. And he's like, I don't know what happens. All I know is this is the best from the timelines that I checked. This is the best opportunity for you guys to have a happy, long life, and I'd rather have that than me just hide off with Mikasa and the rest of you guys get killed off and everything else. So blase blase. And that's some real deep shit because, like, bro, at a certain life, I mean, a certain point in life, everybody kind of has to make a choice of what are you going to, like, end your game at? And who are you going to make sure that's okay and taken care of? Because, look, Aaron, he's going to go down as the evil bad guy that everybody hated. But deep down, his friends and all his comrades, they knew that he actually loved them. And he cared for them. But the world will never know that. And the world will never accept that. So he'll be like, it's kind of like Batman when he had to fight Harvey and he killed Harvey and he tried to run away. He's like, man, Batman's not the hero we wanted. He's the hero that we deserve. That's kind of what Aaron was. Aaron Yeager is the hero that we wanted and the hero that we kind of deserved. And it was a very interesting just ending of just like friendship and like just love for people. And like the funny thing is, like, you read the manga at the very end, they still end up back at war and the whole shit fucking recalibrates and it does the same thing again. Which is even funnier because it's like, hey, that's humanity, bro. We have crazy catastrophic bullshit that happens to us and then we go right back to bullshit again. Welcome to humanity. But yeah, I'm going to do breakdowns on the characters because now that the show's over, I can do spoiler alerts. And if you haven't seen the show, it's been fucking 6 years, 7 years. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing?